Hi, I am here live to read a story for Shabbat. And yeah, I am here with my blanket that my great grandma crocheted, and I am ready to read to you the Shabbat Box. So we'll start, and hopefully people will join or watch later. But yeah, I'm Tauby, and I'm the third and fourth grade teacher at Beth Jacob. So yeah, okay, here we go with the Shabbat Box by Leslie Simpson and illustrated by Nicole Inden-Bosch. There are a few people here. Hi. All right. Every Friday, someone got to take home the Shabbat box. It was a shoebox covered in velvet with Shabbat written in Hebrew letters. Inside, there were candlesticks, a Kiddush cup, and a challah cover. Each week, the teacher added fresh challah rolls with raisins. Everyone loved the box. There was only one box. And there were 14 kids in the class. There was Eli and Sarah and Noah and Rachel and Sophie and Zachary and Sam and Rose and Ruth and Ira and Naomi and Julia and Rafi and Miriam. There's the whole class. The rule was one turn per customer, and that meant Ira would have to wait until winter for his turn. How long until winter? He asked his mother. After the leaves fall off the trees and the snow comes, she answered. They're thinking about winter in there. About 14 weeks, said his mom. How long is 14 weeks? He asked. About 98 days. 98 sleeps, his mom explained. 98 sleeps? That feels like forever, said Ira. After many, many sleeps, winter arrived, and it was finally Ira's turn. He put the Shabbat box in his knapsack and started walking home. But that Friday, whipped his face. His eyes were so cold they felt like popsicles. His feet got soaked from snow falling into his boots. Poor Ira. When he finally made it home, he was shivering. Inside, the air was warm. His dad was making honey chicken. There was pea soup with noodles bubbling on the stove, and he could smell a chocolate cake baking in the oven. Yum! Ira took off his knapsack. In the storm, the flaps had opened, and the Shabbat box had fallen out. His lips trembled. He began to cry. What's wrong? Asked his dad. The Shabbat box is gone, he sobbed. What can we do? There's the chocolate cake baking in the oven. Or actually, that's the chicken. The chocolate cake is on the counter. So they went outside to look for it. Their eyes stung, and they couldn't see through the blowing snow. Cars were sliding, and people were slipping on the ice. We'd better go back inside, his dad said. Ira began sobbing again. There's only one Shabbat box, and I have lost it, and I am going to be in trouble. He didn't want to eat the soup or the chicken or even the chocolate cake. How do you think we can solve this? His mother asked. Ira thought. He thought so much his head hurt. He felt miserable. Saturday afternoon, he was lying on his bed. He saw the empty box from his snow boots. I know what I'm going to do, he whispered to his stuffed animals. I will make a new Shabbat box. It will be a surprise. After Havdalah, he put a do not enter sign on his bedroom door. He took his art kit and big camping flashlight down from his closet. He pulled out the box. There's the box and his art kit. He decorated it with purple velvet and shiny sparkles. He turned his plasticine snakes into candlesticks. Look at those candlesticks. He made a memory game with pictures of challahs, candlesticks, wine cups, and people singing. He painted grapes on his water cup and turned it into a Kiddush cup. He painted his pillowcase and turned it into a giant challah cover. There's his challah cover. He stayed up all night, painting, pasting, and designing everything. He worked by flashlight under the covers of his bed. By the time he went to sleep, it was almost morning. On Sunday, he put lollipops and taffy and hard candies and chocolates into the box because Shabbat should be sweet. He wrapped the box in plastic in case it fell into the snowbank again. There's the box. Monday was his turn for show and tell. As he unwrapped the box, kids gathered around him. There are all the kids in the class. He told them the story of how he lost the box in the snow and how he tried to find it. He told them how upset he was. Then he told them how he made a new Shabbat box for the class. He took a deep breath. I hope you like it, Ira said. He opened the lid. Everyone peered inside. All the kids were jumping up and down, saying they wanted to take Ira's box home and eat the sweets and play the memory game and try out the cool candlesticks. Remember the snake candlesticks. I have something for show and tell too, said the teacher. But show and tell is for kids, Rachel protested. Last Friday, the day of the storm, I forgot my mittens, the teacher explained. So I went back to school to look for them because my hands were freezing. I saw something peeking out of the snow. She took a slightly crumpled box out of the cupboard. It was the Shabbat box. The bad news is that the challah rolls were soggy, the teacher said. But the good news is that the box dried. Now we have 2 Shabbat boxes, said Ira. Only 49 more sleeps until my next turn. They're the 2 Shabbat boxes. That's the end. And then there are instructions to make your own Shabbat box if you wanted to make a Shabbat box. So that is the end of our Shabbat box story. And it was nice to see a few people join. Hopefully the sound was all good. And I hope everyone has a sweet Shabbat, just like Ira's sweet Shabbat with his candies. And I hope everyone is able to spend time with their families and everyone stays healthy. Thank you so much for joining me. Shabbat Shalom.